Good morning, everybody. It's me, Yamez with Allen Metal Forge. Uh, we've got Stephen Parsons in first, Shane Lalone, Trail Dust, Ben Toombs. Happy birthday, Ben. Um, and Paul Orchard so far. What is up? What is up? Hey, Dylan. Um, yep, it's a Sunday show. Bortagov, what up? Uh, my production software had an update. It's confusing me because it's just massive, and so where I used to click isn't where I click now. So uh, but anyway, hope everybody's having a good morning. Hope we've got an interesting show today. Uh, so
Nope, nope, don't.
no, no, we don't. We got pet project shows today.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the idea.
Okay, so well, why don't we how was your week there, Sonny?
Um, yeah. I worked 2 days, got 40 hours, so I mean, I could have used a little bit more work, but I went out and I started to get knock some projects out because right up here above me, I've got a whiteboard that's got my list of show ideas or whatever, and
Right,
some for some of these shows, I've got I'm gonna do little presentations with video slash pictures, stuff like that. And so the other day I was out working in the forge, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and just knock this one out real quick. I had to make some replacement. I had to take my mud flap hangers off my truck and straighten them out, and got them hot, and got them all straightened out, and put some new holes in them for moving the mud flaps around on the hangers, and then I had to forge a new drop pin to hold them on there. But anyways, as soon as I got done with that, I started with one of the little projects, and I did not get all the way done with it because the wind picked up to like 50, 60 mile an hour. And just, I mean, you could chew the air because of the dirt. I mean, you were getting hit in the face with rocks, not just sand. So I was like, all right, screw it, I'm going inside. So I didn't get that done today, which was going to be the first one of those little projects for today. And yep, no, but the third one on my list is uranium. So today we're doing uranium because I didn't get the rest of it done. So
right.
there we go.
Yeah. Which unfortunately, as we discussed this morning, it was not the the material for the Demon Core, which is my favorite radioactive product or project. So yeah.
Oh shoot, yeah, I forgot. Adam used to work in a uranium mine. He's like, dang.
That explains those weird growths on his, shoulders. Oh wait, that's his head. No, I'm just kidding.
Is it
Uh,
too late to is it too late to backtrack and change the heading?
we can literally just talk about whatever we want and let him come back.
Ben, you can forge uranium if you want to, but I would not recommend it.
From what I understand, is it stays hot all the time.
Yeah, it yeah, yeah. That is the upside. Is it's always hot.
This is one of those instances of do as we say, not as we do. No, it isn't because we're not going to forge uranium,
Yeah,
or
Adam
are
said he glows in the dark.
we? uh, you should tell your boss that you need an early lunch and just hop on your phone.
Oh yeah, and in other news, uh, yeah, no, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing about that.
Okay.
Uh, now I was gonna bring something else up that I'm working on, and I should probably leave that alone because if I bring it up, it's gonna uh, I'm gonna wind up screwing myself in that regard. So
Okay. um, so yeah, my week, same to report. Busy, busy, busy. have got these teeth aches that's been keeping me awake at night. So it's just I'm a bit like ugh, this morning. I think I got a total of 2 hours of sleep uh, Friday night into Saturday, and that happened at like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, 6:30 or whatever. And last night I was up every hour on the hour almost. Yeah. Oh yeah, my week I shaved, you know. So there's that. What's up, Josh? Robert? How you guys doing? Um, I've been having some thoughts on my sculpture too. Uh, what are the words that I'm trying to think of here? The octopus.
Hey, hold on real quick, Dylan. If your chat line isn't moving and everything else is working fine, exit out of the app and go back in. That it does it to me every now and then. Like if I mess with the chat on my phone and I scroll down and I scroll back up, it'll just stop right there, and I have to scroll it manually further unless I just get out and come back in. That's it.
Yes. Um, but I'm debating now instead of doing my octopus out of mild steel, I'm debating on doing it with wrought iron and doing a nice wood grain deep etch on it after I get it all shaped and finished. Um, and part of the scope of what I'd like to do with it is not have it not just be an octopus, but have it be like an octopus style kraken. Um, when I say that, because if you look up, there's all sorts of different types of krakens. Some of them have arms and legs as well as tentacles, and look more like Cthulhu than anything else. But having a octopus style kraken pulling down a ship. Um,
What was that noise?
what was what
Oh,
noise?
that was my knees a cracking.
you know, and I figure focus, focus. um, I figure it would look really neat having that like insane texture, wood grain texture on the animal, and then having kind of a industrial mild steel look to the ship, you know, and yeah. So just kind of bouncing that idea in my head. That's kind of been my week was that. Um, oh, the chat's flying. Hey Ken. Um, but yeah, so don't forget people. Spooky season. Spooky season is not over. Roy's gonna hop in and yell at us about it. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of my week. I am admittedly a bit slow on the uptake today, so yeah, like
Yeah,
um,
it
hmm?
it it, it seems to be it's something in the air today.
No kidding, you too. Yeah, so we're kind of I'm kind of like bouncing around in my head about what to talk about, but
Yeah, no, I was totally doing the same thing because I'm really kind of now I'm looking like the uranium, and I'm like, oh shit. Adam worked in it. I mean, like that would we really should save it. So
okay, okay.
we
So
so
if we
let's
want,
we can go back and change the title later.
I can change it.
As far
I can change it during the stream, which is cool.
okay, so yeah, I don't know.
Not uranium. I'll put the title as not uranium
There you go.
because the topic is not uranium, and that allows
So
us to make the topic whatever we want.
all right, suggestions from the chat. Suggestions from the chat. We're we're winging it and doing a we're doing a hard reset on the fly.
On the fly. Speaking of flies, rocket eats
Nope, good to go.
weak, not uranium. Okay.
Oh, That's a decent topic idea right there.
Everything but uranium.
No, Speargrass suggested carbon.
Carbon.
I like that because it's not a metal, but it doesn't matter. But it's in most of the metal that we forge. Well, all
Yeah.
right, all of it. But
Well, that brings up some interesting questions, Mister Professor. Is what um I blanked. I'm
go with my wallpaper. Okay, that is that if that's the case, then we're going to be discussing the James Webb Space Telescope's recent infrared image of the pillars of creation as part of the Eagle Nebula. So this is one of the pillars right here. I flipped the picture and because it was vertical, and I flipped it and turned it sideways so that it would fit across the. Anyways. Yeah, that's the new and improved picture as opposed to the one that Hubble took 20 years ago. And that's all I have on that. All right, now let me back up my research page here.
um
Carbon.
how much carbon is in the James Webb Space Telescope thingy?
I don't know any. What the heck, man?
This is need to know information.
All right, let me. Whoop, didn't mean to do that.
They do kind of look like wings. No, I think we need that should be the top by the end of the episode. We need to know how much carbon by weight is in the James Webb Telescope.
Yeah. I like I said, I don't even know what it weighs. All right.
Ben Toom says 4 ounces. Trust me, I was there when it was made.
Right.
uh, Carbon is in what we forge. It is in, and it's what we use to forge other stuff with. Yes, carbon is actually cool because carbon is like the building blocks of of stuff. We are carbon-based creatures, and we use carbon all the time. It is in most matter, and therefore carbon matters.
Carbon is the fourth most abundant element in the observable universe by mass after hydrogen, helium, and oxygen.
Yep, told you.
You
um,
know, like the song goes, there's hydrogen and helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon everywhere, oxygen all through the air.
oh gosh.
Uh,
What's up, Curtis? We're not talking about uranium today.
did you change the
Oh, everything, but not
not uranium
uranium.
to not uranium? Okay. All right, so I can go ahead and get cracking on this. I think I'm gonna have to wing it pretty much because I haven't had time to
Now
uh,
this
go
is this is this
go
this
through.
is totally on the wing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, carbon is the
So,
party animal of the elements. Yeah, absolutely. Hmm.
okay, all of that is carbon is the 15th most abundant element in the Earth's crust and the fourth most abundant element in the universe by mass. Yeah, it is its unique diversity, carbon's abundance, its unique diversity of organic compounds, and its unusual ability to form polymers at the temperatures commonly encountered on Earth enables this element to serve as a common element of all known life. It is the second most abundant element in the human body by mass, at about 18.5% after oxygen.
Yeah, that's what makes
Uh,
the human body a great fuel. No,
The
I mean,
atoms of carbon can bond together in diverse ways, resulting in various allotropes of carbon. Well known allotropes include graphite, diamond, amorphous carbon, and fullerenes. The physical properties of carbon vary widely with the allotropic form. For example, graphite is opaque and black, while diamond is highly transparent. Graphite is soft enough to form a streak on paper, hence its name from the Greek verb, I can't pronounce that, which means to write, while diamond is the hardest naturally occurring metal known to man.
Give it a
Graphite is good electrical conductor, while diamond has low electrical conductivity. Under normal conditions, diamond, carbon nanotubes, and graphene have the highest thermal conductivities of all known materials. All carbon allotropes are solids under normal conditions, with graphite being the most thermodynamically stable form at standard temperature and pressure. They are chemically resistant and require high temperature to react even with oxygen. The most common oxidation state of carbon in inorganic compounds is, oh, okay, never mind. I just started reading on there, and that's not going to make sense to even me. So,
yeah.
um, all right, so I can get past the stuff that doesn't react with
Well,
acids, and everybody knows that. And carbon reacts with sulfur to form carbon disulfide, and it reacts with steam in a coal gas reaction used in coal gasification. Carbon combines with some metals at high temperatures to form metallic carbides, such as iron carbide cementite in steel, and tungsten carbide, widely used as an abrasive and for making hard tips for cutting tools.
didn't we talk about tungsten?
We did. The graphite. Let's see. I think we went over that. So graphite is one of the softest materials known. Synthetic nanocrystalline diamond is the hardest material known. Graphite is a very good lubricant, displaying super lubricity.
Yeah.
Diamond is the ultimate abrasive. Graphite is a conductor of electricity. Diamond is an excellent electrical insulator and has the highest breakdown electric field of any known material. Some forms of graphite are used for thermal insulation, i.e., fire breaks and heat shields, but some other forms are good thermal conductors. Diamond, on the other hand, is the best known naturally occurring thermal conductor. Graphite is opaque, diamond is transparent. Graphite crystallizes in the hexagonal system, diamond crystallizes in the cubic system. Amorphous carbon is completely isotropic, and carbon nanotubes are among the most anti-isotropic materials known. So, I mean, like carbon just is
It's
so,
literally it's all over the place. Like
it can
the
do, yeah, anything.
that's the point of that comparison back and forth between diamonds and graphite is they are both carbon, like you know, not just carbon based, but like carbon, not like coal where it's carbon with a bunch of other stuff, but carbon. you know,
Carbon.
carbon. It's pronounced carbon. Oh, where's Eduardo? Speaking of which, have you guys all listened to the Eduardo Soul podcast? And then told your friends and had your friends listen to it, and then have their friends listen to it. You know, carbon. um, so speaking of carbon and coal and diamond, I wonder how fun or effective or ridiculous and impractical wink it would be to do a carbon fuel or a diamond fueled forge.
That's a
What heat does carbon or does diamond burn?
diamond burns. It does indeed. And like in a house fire, sometimes it will burn hot enough that like your jewelry won't melt, but the diamonds will burn out of the settings.
Hmm. So a diamond fueled forge may be possible.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally possible. And I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. Hold on, I was just gonna fixing to get into. I don't. Obviously, it for cost wise, it's not practical, and I
Of
don't know that.
course not.
I don't know that it would burn any hotter than coal, but well, I mean, surely it would. See, at very high pressures, carbon forms the more compact allotrope diamond, having nearly twice the density of graphite. Wow.
So it
Here,
might be
each atom is bonded tetrahedrally to four others, forming a three-dimensional network of puckered six-membered rings of atoms. Diamond has a structure as silicon and germanium, and because of the strength of the carbon-carbon bonds, it is the hardest naturally occurring substance measured by resistance to scratching. Contrary to the popular belief that diamonds are forever, they are thermodynamically unstable under normal conditions and should theoretically transform into graphite. But due to a high activation energy barrier, the transition into graphite is so slow that at normal temperature it is unnoticeable. However, at very high temperatures, diamond will turn into graphite, and diamonds can burn up in a house fire. There it was. The bottom left corner of the phase diagram for carbon has not been scrutinized experimentally, although a computational study employing density function, whatever.
There's a joke in there about 6 rings of puckered atoms, you know.
Yeah, right.
Atom.
Tish.
Tish.
That was pretty neat. That like the diamonds are actually unstable and are they're thermodynamically unstable, and they're under constantly slowly transforming into graphite. Huh.
Huh. Huh. So a pencil is the lead in a pencil is essentially just old diamonds.
Sure. No,
Brain
I mean,
lock.
no.
Brain lock.
I was thinking, well, it probably was never actually a diamond, but it could have been a diamond.
Yeah.
And depending on if it originated in the crust or in the mantle.
I'm crusty.
Aye. All right. So
Hey.
hey. Okay, isotopes, don't care. Formation as stars.
Hold on. Somebody asked, Trail Dust asked, does carbon have isotopes? And you just glanced over isotopes. Don't care. You don't
I
care
don't
about isotopes? Like, I,
assume anybody else doesn't.
I,
So
I thought I thought you had a T-shirt that says "Ask me about my isotopes."
I
We need to do that. We need to
really
have
need.
an impractical blacksmiths T-shirt that says "Ask me about my isotopes."
Yeah, I'm sure. Yep, I'm going to be on that. So isotopes are nuclei that contain 6 protons plus a number of neutrons, varying from 2 to 16. Carbon has 2 stable naturally occurring isotopes. Carbon 12 forms 98.93% of the carbon on Earth, while carbon 13 forms the remaining 1.07. Um, hmm. Carbon 14 is a naturally occurring radioisotope created in the upper atmosphere, lower stratosphere, and upper troposphere by interaction of nitrogen with cosmic rays. It is found in trace amounts on Earth of 1 part per trillion, or mostly confined to the atmosphere and superficial deposits, particularly of peat and other organic materials. This isotope decays by 0.158 million electron volts emission because of its relatively short half-life of 5,730 years. Carbon-14 is virtually absent in ancient rocks. The amount of carbon-14 in the atmosphere and in living organisms is almost constant, but decreases predictably in their bodies after death. This principle is used in radiocarbon dating, invented in 1949, which has been used extensively to determine the age of carbonaceous materials with ages up to about 40,000 years. There are 15 known isotopes of carbon, and the shortest lived of these is carbon-8, which decays through proton emission and alpha decay and has a half-life of 1.98 times 10 to the negative 21 seconds. The exotic carbon-19 exhibits a nuclear halo, which means its radius is appreciably larger than would be expected if the nucleus were a sphere of constant density. I have no idea what that means.
There you go, Trail Dust.
There you
Isotope.
go. There's the isotopes. uh, See, formation of the carbon atomic nucleus occurs within giant or supergiant star through the triple alpha process. This requires a nearly simultaneous collision of 3 alpha particles, which are helium nuclei, as the product of further nuclear fusion reactions of helium with hydrogen or another helium nucleus produces lithium-5 and beryllium-8 respectively, both of which are highly unstable and decay almost instantly back into smaller nuclei. The triple alpha process happens in conditions of temperatures over 100 megakelvins and helium concentration that the rapid expansion of cooling of the early universe prohibited, and therefore no significant carbon was created during the Big Bang. According to physical cosmology theory, carbon is formed in interiors of stars on the horizontal branch. When massive stars die as supernova, the carbon is scattered into space as dust. This dust becomes the component material for the formation of the next generation star systems with accreted planets. Our solar system is one such star system with an abundance of carbon, enabling the existence of life as we know it.
Also, if I may, real quick, hold that thought. It is also the inspiration for the song "Dust in the Wind." Just putting that
Oh,
out.
yeah. In the wind.
Please continue, Professor.
Okay. Commercially viable natural deposits of graphite occur in many parts of the world. Um, China, India, Brazil, North Korea. These deposits are metamorphic origin, found in association with quartz, mica, feldspar, schists and genesis,
Watch,
Gene.
you watch your damn mouth.
Schist. Uh, anyways, there are three types of natural graphite: amorphous flake, crystalline flake, or vein or lump. Amorphous graphite is the lowest quality and most abundant. Um,
Grabbing some coffee.
According to the USGS, the world production of natural graphite was 1.1 million tons in 2010, to which China contributed 800,000 tons, India 130, Brazil 76, North Korea 30,000. Wow.
You talking
No,
carbon footprint?
no natural graphite was reported mined in the United States, but 118,000 tons of synthetic graphite with an estimated value of $998 million was produced in 2009. Diamond. The diamond supply chain is controlled by a limited number of powerful businesses and is also highly concentrated in a small number of locations around the world. Only a very small fraction of the diamond ore consists of actual diamonds. The ore is crushed, during which care has to be taken in order to prevent larger diamonds from being destroyed. In this process and subsequently, the particles are sorted by density. Today, diamonds are located in the diamond rich density fraction with the help of X-ray fluorescence, after which the final sorting steps are done by hand. Before the use of X-rays become commonplace, the separation was done with grease belts. Diamond have a stronger tendency to stick to grease than other minerals in the ore. Historically, diamonds were known to be found only in alluvial deposits in southern India. India led the world diamond production from the time of their discovery in approximately the 9th century BC to the mid 18th century AD. But the commercial potential of these sources had been exhausted by the late 18th century, and at that time, India was eclipsed by Brazil, where the first non Indian diamonds were found in 1725. Diamond production of primary deposits, kimberlites and lamprolites, only started in the 1870s after the discovery of the diamond fields in South Africa. Production has increased over time and accumulated a total of over 4.5 billion carats have been mined since that date. Most commonly viable diamond deposits were in Russia, Botswana, Australia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. By 2005, Russia produced almost one-fifth of the global diamond output, but the Argyle mine in Australia became the single largest source, producing 14 million carats in 2018. New finds, the Canadian mines at Diavac and Ataki, are expected to become even more valuable owing to their production of gem quality stones. In the United States, diamonds have been found in Arkansas, Colorado, and Montana. In 2004, a startling discovery of a microscopic diamond in the United States led to the January 2008 bulk sampling of the kimberlite pipes in a remote part of Montana. Okay, there's all the diamond part.
um, yeah. What's up, Mr. Pekka? What is up, Jeff? We are talking not uranium. Actually, we're talking carbon now. So, um,
there's just so much. I mean, like literally, I could have done the whole dang thing on diamonds. There's just so much. I mean, just there's so much on diamond. Anyways, that's basically it. So in our, I mean, that's what I've got here. That it doesn't really get into the more, shall we say, um, useful stuff for us. No, I mean, like, so we interact with carbon not just on a daily basis as a human, but also because we're, we forge with basically carbon, coal. If you think about it, even propane is carbon because
Petroleum based.
it's a hydrocarbon. So it's a hydrogen, it's a carbon with a certain number of hydrogen atoms attached to it, and the number of hydrogen atoms gives you what kind of gas you have. Is it methane, butane, propane, hexane, pentane? The number of hydrogens determines that. Um, like methane is just CH4. One carbon, four hydrogens, and so. Anyways, so we use carbon to heat our steel, which also contains carbon, because in varying degrees. We all know, of course, 15 and 20. It's got I don't know. Why did I just say that and then
20,
just
20,
blank out on which
20
part was
carbon, 15 parts nickel, or
right?
something like
You
that.
know, yeah, and of course I space that off. That's the way it goes. So, yeah, so we are carbon, and we're using carbon to heat up carbon. So that's there's the carbon cycle for a blacksmith.
Yeah. Fun. Not bad for
What?
an off the cuff topic.
Right, right. What temperature do you forge diamonds at, huh?
I was just saying, they burn. Okay, the temperature of diamond ignition in pure oxygen is 690 degrees Celsius to 840 degrees Celsius. In a stream of oxygen gas, diamonds burn initially at low red heat. They will gradually rise in temperature and reach white heat. Then the diamonds will burn uninterruptedly with a pale blue flame, even after the removal of oxygen and heat source. So it seems like once you get it started, it doesn't stop. Interesting.
I got one more thing on diamonds here. I don't have any idea. You got it. You got what I was looking for there. The diamond industry falls into two categories: one dealing with gem grade diamonds, and the other with industrial grade diamonds. While a large trade in both type of diamonds exists, the two markets function dramatically different. Unlike precious metals such as gold or platinum, gem diamonds do not trade as a commodity. There is a substantial markup in the sale of diamonds, and there is not a very active market for resale of diamonds. Industrial diamonds are valued mostly for their hardness and heat conductivity, with the gemological qualities of clarity and color being mostly irrelevant. About 80% of mined diamonds, which is about 100 million carats or 20 tons annually, are unsuitable for use as gemstones and are regulated for industrial use, known as BORT. Synthetic diamonds
Bart.
invented in the 1950s found almost immediate industrial applications. 3 billion carats of synthetic diamond is produced annually. The dominant industrial use of diamond is in cutting, drilling, grinding, and polishing, and most of these applications do not require large diamond. In fact, most diamonds of gem quality, except for their small size, can be used industrially. Diamonds are embedded in drill tips or saw blades or ground into a powder for use in grinding and polishing applications. Specialized applications include use in laboratories as containment for high pressure experiments. See diamond anvil cell, high performance bearings, and limited use in specialized windows. With the continuing advances in production of synthetic diamonds, new applications are becoming feasible. Garnering much excitement is the possible use of diamond as a semiconductor suitable for microchips, and
Hmm.
because of its exceptional heat conductance property as a heat sink in electronics. Uh,
So what you're saying is that the computer that would be required to store my mind uh, would have to have diamond superconductors.
Well, you know what I found interesting out of that was that there's like no resale market for diamonds. So like
Yeah.
De Beers can basically controls the diamond market, and that's why you have to pay like $800 a carat for diamond, or more. You know, eight to $1,200 a carat. I mean, it's literally
That's a high
the
price tag for good eyesight.
it's I mean, and a carat is 1/20th of a gram. So 20 carats is a gram. So that's what, oh, 1.2 million a gram, something like that. But anyways, they're very common. Diamond is very common. One
But
of the most common gemstones, and yet it is still the most expensive because its price is artificially inflated by the people that control it. And
yeah,
I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That there was the price is so high because people don't like sell diamonds. You know, what I mean, like dealers sell diamonds, in jewelry or whatever, But then when people buy that diamond ring or whatever, it's not like, oh, I'm buying it because it's going to be worth more money someday. No, it'll always be worth less. I mean, if I bought that diamond for $1,200, I probably couldn't get 400 to 600 out of it. You know what I mean? That best case scenario. There's just no resale market for it. Whereas if I bought an ounce of platinum or an ounce of gold, it's I can sell it anytime, anywhere at spot. I mean, just like what's the price of gold right now? I bought it at 1,200. It's at 1,800 right now, and I can go get 1,800 plus or minus $10, for the spot. But diamonds don't do that. They're basically sold one time.
yeah, yep. And through fantastic marketing by the jewelry companies, you got, yeah, like you said, the hyperinflated prices of it. Diamonds are forever. Every kiss begins with K. All that crap. It's like I've got diamonds. I don't care about them. I couldn't even tell you where they are right now. The more important thing to me is the silver, gold, and stuff like that. And that never leaves me. Um, but yeah, my ex loved diamonds. That sucked.
Right.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Diamonds are yeah, throw the on the market, and diamonds are worth as much as coal. Yeah, if they were put on the market, like as a commodity, exactly, the price would drop because they are worth what somebody's willing to pay, and they are worth what somebody, or worth what you can get out of it. So it's like, you know, yeah,
Yeah, which I prefer the black diamonds. They heat up the forge in no time.
yeah. But
That's
I mean,
yeah,
uh,
ironically, the first earrings I bought after I had my ears pierced were black diamond studs. So.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's yeah, I mean, if that's the thing with the diamond and everything, like for jewelry, you know, for a minuscule fraction of the price, you can get the exact same look with, you know, cubic zirconium or quartz or different, stuff like that. And it's like, it's literally like buying Nike shoes. You're buying the name diamond, and I could go into, oh,
My
I,
own personal favorite gemstones, like for me, my favorite is tanzanite because it only comes from one mine in the world. So in my opinion, it's like the rarest gemstone. But
is the mine in
not
Tanzania?
yes, mined in Tanzania. Yes, there's one mine in the world that makes it. So
Nice.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a big mine, but that particular crystalline structure and combination of elements occurs so far unknown is unknown to occur anywhere else in the world. So
Ken Boltman, Yamas, who is your speaker? Sully's my co-host. Haven't you been here? Sully's been my co-host for over a year now, 2 years.
Yeah, Metal of the Week is a year old, and I was, yeah, well, maybe a year and a half, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't been here in a while. Okay. Well, welcome
Yeah,
to our
now
morning show. We discuss what everybody's been up to, what everybody's doing, what plans are going on, and um, kind of we topic of the week, be it a metal, a tool, or topic, and we also do this as a podcast, Ken, if you'd like to catch up on what we've discussed. Um, you got that link ready, Sully? Throw that link up.
no,
I
I
actually I don't have it either. Hold
please.
on. We'll
Uh,
get you the
uh,
link.
Jack Pines asked if we'd covered cubic zirconium. I have not. Do you have something to? I mean, like, I don't, is that topical? I mean, like, I don't
I
know.
mean, I just said cubic zirconium
No, I
as a
mean, is it
replacement.
topical? I meant if it
Uh,
was topical to
it's
diamond, like
topic
I made.
to be fair. The topic isn't diamond. The topic is
Oh, yeah.
carbon.
The,
So I mean,
the topic is
I could say, like, well, we're talking carbon, so now we're going to switch to this ceramic cup and the coffee inside of it because that's got carbon in it. Carbon is everything. No, you're not, Ben. Shut up. Just curious about the relationship since it's swapped out for it in jewelry. Cubic zirconium, as far as I know, is basically a lab grown diamond. Uh,
okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. Woo! Paste. Where you at? There you go.
it's not like a lab grown diamond. It's a false diamond, I guess. I don't know much about it, just that like in the sense of jewelry and such. It's it's basically a fake diamond and with similar properties. It's as far as I know, it's pretty close to being identical to diamond, just not diamond. You know, so and of course, when they started doing cubic zirconium jewelry, the bigwigs in the diamond fields, De Beers and all of them, put out all sorts of propaganda against cubic zirconium, and it's like because they've got to keep their money rolling. I mean, that goes into conspiracies and the Rockefellers and Astors and all that stuff. But the Rockefellers were oil, right? Oil and railroad tycoon.
Rockefellers were Standard Oil.
Yeah, but that style of old money conspiracy. I'm working on 3 Viking style axes, a sax, and some pieces for some war clubs for a customer. I'll post them up on Discord once they get closer to finished. Nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Yeah. I'm gonna pin that comment about the
The
link
link.
and
Okay.
pen the link that is for our podcast, which is basically our show turned into a smaller file that you can listen to without wasting data on YouTube.
Yeah, because a good portion of the show is mostly audio. I mean, yeah. I mean, you get to see our beautiful faces on YouTube, but is that necessary all the time? Maybe not. So.
Yeah.
Give it a listen if you got time, or if you only get a chance to pop in every now and then and catch a little bit of the show. It's just as easy to catch up on Spotify. And Spotify, you see, like if you're trying to listen to it on YouTube after the fact, you can't just like put your phone to sleep and keep on watching. You got to keep it on and running up the battery and all that. Whereas with Spotify or whatever, you can just you
Put
can
it on,
start
put it in your pocket.
put it in your pocket and it just keeps on going. So that's why
Ah,
I prefer listening back to the show on on Spotify or whatever. I use Spotify personally.
yeah, I
We're
use Spotify too.
we're also available on Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcast, Anchor.
And
But Spotify is just easy to deal with. But I just prefer that because I can, like I said, I can put the headphones in, pop it the phone in my back pocket, and then just keep on keeping on. So
And for the record, those who listen pretty exclusively to the podcast and don't watch the show, wow, what are you missing? You know, like we got chat, we, you know, be a part of the show. So we, you know, we I took this the Sunday morning time slot, live stream time slot, uh, uh, took it over for Tim from Big Dog Forge almost 3 4 years ago now. I don't I'm no good with time. um, and yeah, it's been kind of an event, a weekly event, and we've turned it into um, an amazing community effort. You know, this is for the blacksmiths community, by the blacksmiths community, involving the blacksmiths community. You know,
yeah,
I don't.
Kevin, the
Hmm?
trouble with the podcast is they make him want to rewatch the show.
It's an endless cycle. Howdy, donut. Um, but yeah, it's you know, this came up a little bit in the topic discussion this in the pre-show, you know, and the statement was, well, it's your show, you're the boss, but I'll do what I have to do. And it's like, no, 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 no. I mean, you know, yes, Sully and Adam are my co-hosts, um, but it's not my show. Like we're co-hosts. You know, it's like I very often don't even come up with the topics. I'm just the comic relief. The way you know, so we've got a scientist, we've got a um, historian, and then we've got the village idiot. That's the Impractical Blacksmiths. You know, it just happens to be aired on my channel. It's not necessarily that it's you know, my show. It is our show. And you put your do rag back on. Uh, but you know, and it's just like like this show. We were having you know, we had a topic that we decided to halt on and save for another day, possibly next week, and went to use the community for uh, a shift, you know, a change. So
You know what?
absolutely. What was that?
Oh, I don't know. I just say it worked, and yeah, and then I mean, we had a discussion this morning because we did have a topic suggestion from the community, but it was just not something that we were um I would say comfortable really discussing. Just
In deep.
uh, it was going to very make for a very complicated show, and so we decided that we'll just pick uranium off the list, and then as soon as Adam said, "I worked in the uranium mine," I'm like, back up.
Hit the brakes.
So I bought some stuff this week, whatever. So I don't know if you guys have seen these right here.
You can't see it.
These are
You got to push it forward or put it in front of your face. So there you go. Meowie Christmas. I
but the best part is this. All
can't.
right, and it's got this little tab that after you sign it, you pull this little tab off, and when once you pull that tab, when you open this card, it plays continuously. You can't shut it off. It'll play for like 4 hours continuous,
Throw it in the
and
fire.
it'll play underwater. And if you try to open it up, the inside of the card is filled with glitter. If you try to get into the speaker or whatever, so
Throw it in the fire.
so
Not,
that one, this
not.
one's going to my mom. My mom's getting the Meowie Christmas one.
Now I know what to do with any Christmas cards people send me.
All right, and then my daughters are getting one that Rick rolls. So
Jack Pines, burn it.
never gonna give you up. Never.
uh,
So the place that makes it said they were trying to get permission to use Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley for 5 years, and they finally got it. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna rickroll my daughters with that.
Nice. I bet they don't even know what a Rickroll is.
Oh yeah, they do.
What's up, Michael Robertson? Um, uh, that's what a hammering works for. Absolutely. I bet I can get it to stop.
Yeah, you know what? That probably would work, but my say my 14 and 15-year-old daughter probably don't have quick access to a hammer on Christmas morning, you know.
Yep. Let's see.
And then I thought about doing it to my mom, but I'm fairly certain my mom would have no idea what a Rickroll is, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I don't get it. Why does this card not quit playing?" But she does have a couple cats and a million dogs, so she's gonna get a kick out of the meow meow.
uh, Yamez isn't bald. He's just hair follically challenged. Right? That's what I say now. uh, but yeah, so that's
Chirp 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 chirp.
chirp chirp. Sorry, I again I reiterate, it's like I had a rough
Do I?
couple nights for sleep, so my brain is just fried. Um, I got to figure out something for the show tonight, and hopefully I can get a nap in before it so that I'm not, you know, stumbly during the show. I just feel like, you know, I feel rough. Mm,
So when it comes to the topic, it's just like, we don't know what we're gonna do tonight.
yeah, exactly.
Have to wait and find out when you get there.
Yeah, that sucks, Ken. We got to come up with a water forge.
Where are you at? About California or something? The rubber chicken rickroll, yeah. That's pretty good. I'm literally like playing that back in my head right now.
All right. But anyway,
Ah,
uh,
okay.
so
Man,
we're pushing towards the end here, and I think that like I said, I think that kind of worked out for a off the cuff topic and show. A lot of good jokes, a lot of good information, and move on to our final thoughts, if that's okay with you.
yeah, yeah, we can do that.
All right,
I guess that's me.
it can
uh,
be.
yeah. So, anyways, well, yeah, you've kind of got the buttons and all that on your end, so I kind of have to go first. So, anyways, today we talked about not uranium. We got thrown a little thrown for a loop, went a little bit sideways, and we got in a little bit of information on mostly diamonds, actually. So yeah, carbon. It's what we are. It's what we burn. It's what we eat. I mean, organic. That's what it means. Organic means made of carbon. Not necessarily pesticide free. So yeah, so when you go to the store and you're buying your organic produce, um, technically all it has to be is food for it to qualify as organic. So yeah, anything containing carbon. Y'all get out to the forge, light some carbon on fire, and heat up some metal that's got carbon in it, and make something beautiful. And
Out
most
of carbon.
importantly, have fun doing it. So Y'all have a great week, and I will catch you next week when maybe we're talking about uranium or something else. I don't know.
Next week's topic, maybe uranium. um, yeah.
We'll just instead of not uranium, we'll put that one maybe uranium.
So yeah, all as always, a huge thank you to my co-hosts. Well, Adam isn't here. Adam popped in the chat, but you know, Adam's got to work. Make that paper, boo boo. Um, my co-hosts, Adam and Sully, and to you, the chat, to my moderators, to the channel channel members, and to the subscribers, and all of you guys who listen both live and in the podcast afterwards. Um,
I had a quick little bit. SMRETT Pekka. I don't know
Mr.
how to pronounce that.
I pronounce it Mr. Pekka.
Mr. Pekka. Okay. So they're in Germany, west northwest, close to the Netherlands. Hey, yeah, that's where I was at. I spent 2 years at Spangdahlem. It's like a 45-minute drive to oh, no. That's not the Netherlands. That was Luxembourg. So we were 45 minutes from Luxembourg. So I was in the west corner, not the northwest. So never mind. I got my geography messed up. Carry on, Yamez. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can find well, Adam's not here, so I'll just you can find Adam over at Speargrass Forge at all the usual links: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Uh, Never mind. You can find Alex over at Transcendental Artist Studios, um, at YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. And me, Island Metal Forge, the same places. I say we need Adam to just do that all the time. But
Well, we do need him to open OBS and record that as a
as a clip, and then I just
yeah,
go
yeah.
boom.
He did do it once, but it was the volume was jacked on it, so it
Hmm.
was hard.
Yeah,
But we're getting better, and we're gonna get that clip.
absolutely. So yeah, big thank you to all of you guys. Hope to see you guys at the show tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern here on Island Metal Forge YouTube. Um, Probably going to be working on Wrought Iron Tentacles. We'll see. um, well, that's our show, and hope to see you guys later. I already said all of that. You guys have a wonderful day. Be safe. Wear your PPE, and yeah, I will be forging tonight, 6 p.m. I'm going to take a nap right now. Hopefully, my brain will be cleared and we'll be good. So, you all take care and see you later.
Y'all.